Hello and welcome to the IBT Unfiltered podcast. Hello and welcome to the IBT Unfiltered podcast. Today we're joined by Ben and Jamie, who are the founders and content creators for Triple Physique.
So tell us about how you guys met and why and when this project started.
Yeah, so me and Ben met at university during our first year, which was a COVID year for us, unfortunately. So it wasn't much for us to do, but kind of just like hang out in our rooms and chat with each other and get to know everyone in kind of your room and dorm. And so from there we kind of built up the friendship, and we both kind of knew we were into the gym and that fitness kind of space. And then come around to, I think it was kind of that summer, second year kind of time, I kind of came up with the idea, or at least I saw on Instagram, like just people doing fitness stuff, a few workouts posting just about what they do and giving examples to people on different kind of workout things. And so I asked Ben if he would also want to join in and be part of it. And that's when it all really started. We were kind of just using our phones to film each other at the gym or just record workouts and kind of post it on Instagram from there.
And why the name Triple Physique? And on your bio it says movement with intention. What does that mean to you and your audience?
So Triple Physique is kind of talking about the three body types. Can also be referred to as like the three morphs. So you've got endo, ecto, and mesomorph, and it kind of refers to how easily you put on weight or lose weight if you struggle, if you don't. So the kind of whole idea is that Triple Physique is accessible to everyone, no matter your body type, whether you struggle to lose weight, whether you struggle to put on weight, whether you're kind of in the middle. And so that's kind of where that name came from. And the slogan movement with intention is kind of just always to remind ourselves and anyone watching to just pursue something with kind of a strong why for why you're doing it. Not to get lost along the way, because it's very easy in content creation to kind of pursue the numbers, the likes, the follows, but actually it's a lot more than that. I think the transferable skills you gain from, being accountable for yourself to go to the gym is huge, and I think that for me is what movement intention means to me, at least, yeah, for sure.
So now we are going to the coin flip.
The rules of the game is that we will flip a coin, and whoever wins the coin toss has to challenge the other team to do a workout while Ben and Jamie are answering the question. So let's get started.
So you have to choose head or tails.
Go. We'll go for heads.
Heads?
Yeah.
Tails.
Oh.
Okay. So you want to work out?
Yeah, we have a workout.
Cool.
You guys have to do it.
Okay.
So what was your journey from first post till now?
Okay. So our first post was just during the summer, like I mentioned before. It was just posting about fitness, and it was kind of more like tips and tricks on how to get better at your fitness. And like Ben was saying, with different body types, like we'd all tailor to different people and their needs. And then as we progressed, we kind of got more into the cinematography side of things and more motivation. So like we've recently put more of our motivational side out there for people to see, and it's kind of more like a cinematic kind of vibe that we're currently going for now, rather than previously when we were kind of giving tips and advice. We're more kind of giving that motivation to people in a more cinematic format.
Okay. Right.
Oh, that's me.
I'm
so
sorry.
I'll flip the coin next time. It's rigged.
Yeah.
So our next question is, what is more important, the fitness content or the cinematography?
I think currently it's more the cinematography that is the main focus, I would say. I think the fitness kind of came first. That passion will always be there. But the cinematics is much more of like a transferable skill for Jamie and I. Like we're going to use cinematography outside of Triple Physique as well. I think as well, the cinematography kind of helps convey the story that we're trying to portray in each of our videos. Whereas if you've not got that element, you're not going to create that high quality video, and therefore maybe not motivate someone as much. So in my opinion, I think the cinematics are more important. At the beginning, before we had a camera and things, it was really the fitness that was driving everything. Whereas now I think we put like a lot of time into our cinematography for sure.
Okay, so the fitness trends are evolving and the social media and everywhere nowadays. So do you really work out in your like real life? Do you apply it in your real life or your work, or do you just ignore them?
Sure.
Right.
Just give it a flip.
Okay,
Heads
I
and
think we
tails?
should just give it a heads. We're calling heads.
Heads?
Go on then.
Yeah?
He
Yeah.
saw it and flipped it. No, he saw it and
Wait, what is
flipped
it?
It's heads.
It's actually
anyway,
heads.
so- But we'll change it. It's fine. Oh, really?
It's
Oh,
fine.
Okay.
how convenient.
What other workouts are there?
Good sit-ups.
Sit up. Fantastic. Sit
Yeah,
ups.
sit-ups.
It's just full on core for me.
It is today. Okay, so with trends on like social media and everything, obviously everyone knows, kind of following the trend does get you more attention sometimes. You hit it right and hit it correct. So sometimes the audios that we'll use, we'll kind of use like trending audios as you see on Instagram and like TikTok. But the stuff that we do in terms of fitness and the videos and shots that we shoot, we usually make that ourselves and make the call ourselves in that aspect. So I guess from the audio side, we kind of do copy, or at least kind of follow the trends, but in terms of the visuals and what you actually see, that's our unique take on how we want to build that video up.
How do you want your content to be received by your audience? Is it motivational? Is it for a creative audience? Is it fitness advice? What do you want people to take away from it?
100%. Okay. Let's get a good flip on this one.
Yeah, okay, I think we should go for heads again.
I'm gonna flip it like after, okay?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Let's go!
Okay.
Wearing these workout clothes for nothing.
Yeah.
Yes.
What
You
we
should
feeling?
have changed it.
Don't leave me up here too long.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Okay, sweet.
I think the target audience is, to be honest, kind of all three of those. I think it's not really aimed at one of those three categories. I think people can definitely take away like tips and tricks on like the cinematic side. I mean, a lot of the people who are in the same space, Jamie and I like will, screenshot shots that they've done to, think how can we incorporate things like that into our videos. So I'm sure people do that. Well, I hope people do that for the stuff that we create. And then, just in terms of mainly motivational, just trying to get people into the gym and trying to enjoy the vibe and the aesthetic that we create through our videos, I think are the main two, for sure.
So nowadays Instagram has a large influencer community, fitness influencer community. So what makes you guys different?
What are you calling it as?
Okay.
Has it
Tails. No.
No, I didn't. I promise.
Okay,
I'm being so real. Tails.
I
know.
Okay. What makes us kind of stand out from the crowd and be a bit more unique is the fact that we're UK based. So there's not many actual UK people doing motivation. There's a lot of fitness advice and instructions on how to do different exercises in the gym. But the actual motivational side, there's very few people in the UK actually trying to do through that space. And then also the addition of having both of us. So a lot of the accounts are solo run by a lot of solo people. They also have people that they work with and collaborate with. But the fact that two of us run the same account kind of gives us a bit more ideas. We've got two brains focusing on one task. You've got a bit more thinking space and that for coming up with ideas and different creation techniques that you can use.
So how long does it take for you guys to create one of your classic 20 to 30 second fitness videos?
Okay, you take it or am I?
I'll do it.
Okay, we'll call Tails again. We'll go for it.
Tails of head.
We're going Tails.
Tails.
Okay. That. Heads.
Oh.
Most traditional coin toss of all time.
So usually it'll take a couple hours shooting and a couple hours of editing. So when we're shooting, we'll kind of just be out in the gym or on a track, kind of like filming some stuff. And we'll either do that together or we'll do that on our own. And that'll usually take a couple of hours to kind of get the shots. And then you put it all together in like an editing format in the timeline, kind of crop the bits you want, crop the bits you don't. whilst adding like different types of sound and sound effects and putting all like the colours in together and effects. And that will usually take another 2 or 3 hours. So I'd say in total, you probably got around 3 hours, maybe 4 hours to kind of put it all together. But a lot of the time what we do is in different edits, we'll still use the same clips. So it kind of shortens that process.
So 3 hour, 4 hour for like just 30-second video.
Yeah. Yeah. It takes a while, but you kind of build it up, get more of the rhythm going for it as well.
Jamie, that was terrible.
Sorry for the extra question.
Added questions as well.
I didn't ask the added question.
What is the future of Triple Physique?
Okay. What do you guys call them?
Heads.
Yeah.
Heads.
Yeah.
It is heads. Oh my god.
This is so strange.
crazy. So, Jamie and I are kind of moving into, we're trying to change our program to be more hybrid. So we're looking at doing a lot of running. So that's kind of be running and a mixture with the gym as well. So that's kind of how our content's going to be looking. Both Jamie and I are going to be pursuing content creation full time now. So we're going to be looking at a lot more posts, which inevitably is going to just increase the skills of the edits and the cinematics, hopefully. So I'm looking forward to the content that we're going to be creating, hopefully as well, making some longer form content as well together. So.
And what do you mean by longer form content?
So I'm potentially looking at things like YouTube as well. So branching out from Instagram and TikTok, for sure.
So any collaborations or something like that?
Potentially, but yeah, as we said, there's not many people in the UK that are doing it with us. But yeah, if there are, then absolutely, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could have gone on for ages. So, what is the one brand partnership that would just be star material? Would be the goal?
100%. Okay. Let's go for it. Heads. Gonna be heads, surely.
I mean, I think
It was
you
heads. It was heads. They win. They get break. They get break. Smrithi, you're up.
So I think, yeah, the brand that would really, be the pinnacle for us would be 28 Club. I think we both really kind of can get behind the kind of ethos and the vibe of the company and the group. They're very focused around hybrid training, which is what both Jamie and I are kind of looking at pursuing at the moment. It's kind of where our goals lie in terms of fitness-wise anyway. And so yeah, I think it'd be great to be, repping their stuff in the videos.
Yeah, 100% like Ben said, the 28 Club, there's still quite an underground niche based out in London, so it's not your typical big stardom company yet, but from what we've seen of their potential and what they're doing with their clothing, branding wise, I think it's really good and kind of aligns with us, like Ben was saying, that similar message of hybrid training and that motivation as well.
So, are they a fashion brand? Is that what they are, or are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's, they also kind of it's very community based as well. Like they get together with people who follow them, and they do, like out of Battersea, they do kind of high rock style training as well. So it's kind of more than just, fashion. It's also kind of building a community.
Nice, that's great.
Yeah.
Well done. So now we're at the end of our interview. We have 2 last questions, and for each of these questions, one of us from each group is going to be doing a head-to-head. We do this because it thinks it's only fair, considering they've lost most of the coin tosses. So we're going to dive in with our question 10. What advice would you guys give to startup creators who are trying to create a fitness creator journey like you guys have?
It's a great question. So I think the main piece of advice we could give is just that keep the consistency and try and just keep going with what you're doing. For me and Ben, it took almost 6 months to build a good standard following to start with, and that was posting every single day, like that kind of content wise. So I think consistency is the main one, and kind of going into a niche that you really believe in and that you think you can stick at as well. I think a lot of people try and chop and change a few times, and also you can find your niche eventually in that space, but I think sticking to one niche and focusing on that can really build up an audience for you.
Oh,
Nice.
You know what? That was fine.
So what's the misconception about the fitness that you guys need to think of?
So I think something which a lot of people tend to focus on is kind of what supplements you're having, and I think the main kind of thing with getting started in the fitness thing is just kind of keeping yourself accountable and actually going. I think all of the kind of supplements and little extras, like what split you're doing, what rep ranges you're doing, all these little added bits that kind of come once you've been doing it for a while, are less important. I kind of think the misconception, that you have to, buy your protein powder, buy your creatine, get your pre-workout in, is it's really just about being accountable and making sure that you're actually going to the gym in the first place, I think. So.
Okay, thank you.
Nice.
Good job. And just wrapping up, what is the one thing you want the audience to take away from your content?
So I think when people are watching our content and they may be struggling with motivation for anything in life, fitness or not, I think we want people to see our reels and hopefully remember their why they got started, why therefore they should keep going, that it is going to be worth it, and to keep moving with intention, remember their why.
Well, thank you so much, Jamie and Ben. That was Triple Physique with IBT Unfiltered. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Ciao.
Thanks, guys. That was so much